Hello and welcome everyone again into another video, and in today's video we have some battles submitted by Wowtastic. Wowtastic is a very active chatter on my live stream at twitch.tv/YasserElite. He's also very active on the Discord, so make sure to join the Discord if you want your battles to be featured, or you could just fill the form in the description below. Wowtastic is running a solid meta team. It consisted of Registeel, Sableye Core, and Pelipper as a third in the back. So he requested that he wanted to feature a good team, plus he wants some feedback on the team as well, on the play style. So Wowtastic here, over farming for no reason. Maybe he's Wowtastic. So okay, let's go back. Let's see, he requested feedback. So here, you saw a Medi, you count to 6 and then you throw. Whenever you see a Medi and you're the Pelipper, count to 6 and then throw. CMP them. Force them to throw an Ice Punch, plus force them to dump their energy. So you do 2 goals in 1. You chip them, you either get a shield or you chip. 2, you get a shield back. See, if you throw the Wither Ball, they wouldn't have been able to get to the move here to chip your Sableye. So that's why you do it. They have a Machamp in the back here, and nice. And okay, try not to CMP them. Wowtastic, try not to CMP them and get a free move, because if you went for the extra one, you would have been able to get to 2 moves before them. Now you're forced to sack your Registeel, and this game should be a GG. So if your Sableye was healthier and didn't get an Ice Punch from Medi, you would have been able to beat the Machamp as well with the same Pokemon. So that was a small mistake, and you ended up getting punished hard because of it. And now that, I think this game at this point is not winnable. They were like pretty good against Reggie, but that doesn't mean you should lose. So here, Wowtastic winning the lead, and opponent swapping to Guag. So nice insta swap to, I think swapping to Pelipper is the best play. You could actually invest a shield here, because if they Stone Edge, you would have been free. And don't throw, you need to over farm more. Okay, Stone Edge is 7, so try to do 6 at least. No, you don't need to shield this. So now the shield is bad. Why? Because you're left without shields. Okay, now if they shield your Hurricane, you're in a bad spot, by the way, if they shield the Hurricane. So now you have to pray that they don't shield it. So see, this is a bad play. So if you didn't shield the second one from Quag, you wouldn't. Okay, that was bad timing. The good timing here is 1 or 4 or 7. Don't throw in 3. That's alignment. That's a bad throw. Now they will be able to farm you down because you gave them a free fast move. If you actually didn't give them a free fast move, you would have been able to get another Wither Ball. So now this game is a GG. So you can't win. Why? Because we don't have shields. Do not invest your shields all in just to win swap. Winning swap doesn't matter as much as going down a shield. Sometimes losing the swap like the opponent did and leaving with an extra shield help more. Now we see a Dragonite, so I'm expecting a Medi in the back at least. Some people might run. So there is either a Lantern plus Medi, or sorry, a Lantern plus G-Fisk, or a Medi and plus Basti. In both situations, your Pelipper and Sableye are supposed to be good against their backline. Shadow Dragonite doesn't win any shield scenario here. And I don't know why you're committing for this. You can just close combat them. Sorry. So at this point, you're supposed to swap out, by the way. See? So at this point here, you're supposed to swap out to Sableye. Why? Because you gave them so much free energy for no reason. And remember, Sableye is a good Pokemon. See? Your opponent gave you a Medicham for free. So if you... I don't know why we're swapping here at this point. Like, Sableye against Medi is better than Pelipper against Medi. But sure, if you want to swap... See, in this matchup, you throw in 6, which means you know how to count. You know how much energy does the Medi need. But yeah. Now... this is annoying. Aquatail. Yeah, Wowtastic shielding baits. And they are able to get to another one. See, Wowtastic, if you didn't give them that much energy on the Registeel matchup, just aggressively swap. Don't let them farm you all the way down. And now we don't have shields to beat the Bastion on, which means we are going to lose this game as well. So you had some good alignment, and games have been winnable so far. But you gave the opponent advantages just by giving them more farm for no reason. So remember, if you get a shield advantage, you can just aggressively swap, because this team is low-key ABA weak to G-Fisk, so you need to bait out some stuff. Opponent swapped from a bad matchup into a horrible one. Why would you swap to a Golbat? So in this matchup, let's see what the opponent gonna do. Registeel can tank 2 Shadow Balls here, and 1 Zap is enough to KO. You don't need to swap, just to stay in, by the way. Just to stay in, Wowtastic. Don't be forced, don't be pressured to swap out because the opponent swapped. If the opponent swapped, that doesn't mean you need to swap, okay? Don't put yourself under that pressure. Now now you're forced. Okay, don't shield. Please don't shield a poison thing. Yeah, so that was nice counting there. Don't feel pressure to swap because the opponent is swapped. Wait, is that Snarl? Bro, it's actually Snarl. I didn't even know this thing learns Snarl. If you want to run Snarl Guzzlord, just run Umbreon. It's actually much better. Because Guzzlord is very HP weighted, so Lock On doesn't do any damage. Because they have like, I don't know, 250 HP and Lock On does 1 damage. So you need like 200 plus Lock Ons to farm it down. I agree with this, but if they get a Crunch debuff, that's horrible. And there is the Lantern in the back. So remember, this game would have been winnable, by the way, as well. I see a DD. Calling a bait is... Oh, they didn't even build for it. You have to bait here. I think you bait. See Wowtastic? Just because they have Dugong doesn't mean they will no shield, right? Some people just love shielding their bulky Pokemon. Now this Dugong is going to be able to sweep your team. Baiting sometimes will like help. Okay, we're losing to a 1475 CP Dugong, which is low-key missing 1 power-up. Now people are like, no, if you power it up, it will be like 1501. Exactly, that's the point. You should never use Dugong. Dugong is like a resident sleeper Pokemon. So, because of... Yeah, this is what happened when the opponent shield your nukes. Sometimes you go straight bait, just because if you go nuke and they shield the nuke, you end up being in a bad spot because you cannot get their HP down a bit. So now this is a horrible matchup because we're debuffed and we don't win this. Like, we can barely win this up energy when we're not debuffed. So now when we're debuffed, like a return and foul play is supposed to KO, but now look how much that did. Not enough. So what's Wowtastic plan? They still have a shield. So Wowtastic so far seems to give up the opponent shield advantage all the time. Plus misplaying the swap. So I don't like going... So here's the thing. So I used to play this team, the same team Wowtastic is running with G-Fisk instead of Registeel. So whenever you see a Trevenant lead, you go Sableye. You don't swap this. Because if they have something like that, your game is so bad. Like, I would rather be a Sableye in this matchup. If they have a Lantern, your game is a top left, basically. So force them to try to bait them out. What is Wowtastic cooking? Okay, that was a bad timing as well. I think if you throw two Wither Balls, that might have been better. So now what do? He has to go Registeel and Lock On all the way down. That might not be the greatest idea, but that's his only option. This thing is going to be able to get to a move. I agree with the no shield here. Oh my. Yeah, see that? See? If you throw in good timing before Wowtastic, you would have been able to get to a move. You would have been able to deny them from getting that move, and then now you ended up shielding. Is Wowtastic in Dugong Elo, where everyone here runs Dugong? Okay, now watch them shielding. Because Wowtastic always nuke. Wowtastic, you're known. People know your play style. Yeah, Wowtastic, you need to start baiting, my friend. So, if you nuke, do you win the game? No. If you shield, if you bait, do you win the game? You might win the game. So that's why you go for the bait. Because if you bait, you have a chance to win. But if you nuke, you don't win the game. Now we move into the next game and we have a Registeel Mirror. I don't like throwing Zap in this matchup because my Registeel lose CMP, so my chances are better with going straight Focus Blast. Let's see what the opponent gonna do now. They no shielded because they got the attack fell. Now you die to their Focus Blast, they don't die to your Focus Blast. So Wowtastic, throw a Focus Blast there. Throw a Focus Blast there. If you throw Focus Blast, well, they didn't throw. Now you get out. Now you see what the opponent did, Wowtastic? See? The opponent played it well. They swapped out because they don't want to give you farm. But you let them get so much farm for no reason. If you insta-swap to Pelipper, the game would have been much easier to win. Now they are going to spam Liquidation. and get these attack fill, and then your damage is going to be debuffed. So what's Wowtastic cooking? Let's see. Yeah, this is extremely annoying now. Playing against Pelipper when Pelipper has already 5 fast moves lead. Let's see. Opponent is catching on Reggie. I agree with doing no bubbles here. Oh my, that's lots of no bubbles, Wowtastic. Like, at least I thought you were gonna do nice. Now he's like... Yeah, this is tough because now they can just go straight Hurricane and win the game. See, Wowtastic? Play like your opponent, like there. Now he switched the team. He got a nice lead. Oh no, he switched to Sableye, I'm assuming. And the beginning of the video was a switch. So you have to switch this. How? You're gonna show us. So never in the swap matchup, you need to catch the opponent off guard. Okay. So if you overfarm there, your opponent might miscount. So don't insta throw the charge move unless you have to. Why? Sometimes the opponents will miscount because, you know. Okay, this is a good lock on range. If you overfarm, you will catch the opponent off guard if they are counting. You need to throw them off guard, counting wise. Throwing good timing here, that's actually nice. Seeing Wowtastic overfarming just to throwing good timing. So that was a good play, and now they have their own Registeel, and this game is GG. I think if they win swap, they might have been able to, but yeah. So against Altaria, you need to land a return. If you land the return, you would have been able to flip swap. That was the only matchup where he needed to land a return, and he went straight for play. Wowtastic is I think what I would say is Wowtastic is missing the core information on how to play some matchups. So here you know that there is a lantern in the back. If there is a lantern, you lose. There's nothing you can do, and you don't throw this. Trust me, just throw foul plays. Because you're either gonna throw the return and foul play or 3 foul plays. No, don't shield. You cannot win this. Well, I mean, at least now he's able to put it in lower health range, I guess. But yeah, don't throw return. I know I throw return just because I do stuff questionably, but the actual play for Sableye is just a straight... I mean, you build up to return, but you always foul play. You want to get 3 foul plays. Now, this is a very awkward health. I would bank all the energy and then go Pelipper. If they have Lantern, I'm just going to top left. This is how I would play it here. Because you need this energy to kill whatever they have in the back. Opponent is staying in. Like, what do they have? Trevenant in the back? Okay. They have the Psychic energy. Okay, this is actually bad now. Would it be better if he shielded? Well, we don't know anymore now. But what I know is if he farmed down the Lantern, the Noctowl with Pelipper, he would have had a better chance. So sometimes you need to know the matchup. You need to know, like, predict the opposing team and make a play based on that. Lickitung, they swap into Frostlass. So the ideal play here is you stay in as Reggie, and then you throw a Zap, and then you swap. Why? Because if you swap to counter swap them, you will be energy behind, and they win the 2. See, you're gonna win the 1, but they will play the 2 and farm you all the way down. Now you have to go Pelipper, I think, and fast move them all the way down. Or you just go Registeel and get very low health and have nothing to do with the energy, because you're still forced to throw energy. That's why you go Pelipper here. I think you still aggressively swap to Pelipper, because the question is, you cannot fast move this thing down with this Pokemon. If you stay in, you have to throw a big move. Like, you just wasted 70 energy on 5 HP Pokemon. Well, they have Lantern. If they have Lantern, you just don't win the game. That's basically how it is. And they caught on this. What's the opponent doing now? The opponent is stalling the game for like 2 more minutes for no reason, just because they don't know that they actually win the game. And now Wowtastic can't win the game as well. So yeah, thank you so much, Wowtastic, for sending me these battles. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. This is the end of the video. And so battles-wise, Wowtastic, you need to start baiting, my friend. Just because the opponent has Dugong doesn't mean they will no shield. As a Sableye spammer, I believe I am the biggest Sableye spammer in the world. I think you need to throw foul plays most of the time. Yes, you can build to return. There's only one matchup where you need to return, which is the Altaria. But now people shield their Altaria. So if they shield a return, you're basically out of the game. But if they shield a foul play, you still have a chance. Your timing is not bad. Actually, like, your timing is decent. I would say like more than decent in most of the cases. You're just lacking the matchup knowledge. Where, like, as an example, you've been throwing a Focus Blast on 10 HP Pokemon. If I were you, if I have the Registeel with 70 energy and it is a 5% HP Pokemon, I would bank that energy and swap out. Just as sound as that. Okay? Why? Your energy is better to go somewhere where you will be able to throw a nuke on a full HP Pokemon and getting them down to like 40% instead of just throwing it on a Pokemon that has 5% HP. Because Registeel is one of the best Pokemons as a closer, but it's one of the worst Pokemons whenever the opponent has shields. Because even if they have 5% HP, you will still be forced to throw a nuke, which is 70 plus energy. That's lots of energy to waste on a 1 HP Pokemon. So yeah. Hopefully you learned something from the feedback, and thank you so much for submitting these battles. And if you guys are interested in sending me battles, there is a form below. You can fill it, and I will be glad to feature your battles on the stream. And make sure to check whether you want feedback or you want to showcase a meta team. And yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. This is the end of the video. See you in the next one. Peace.